So now we have Geffen from Zcash Company. And we're going to do a quick swap.
I'm going to validate the design stereotype and put my Apple in. So just give me a second. Thank you, Josh. My name is Geffen. I am a UX designer and product designer for Zcash.
Hey y'all, at the back. Dodger.
Yeah, buddy. So today I'm going to show you sort of our proof of concept wallet. This is a mobile wallet. This is a reference wallet that we're going to put out to help the crypto sphere bootstrap their products. So it's been said in a few demonstrations, but I'll repeat, we really couldn't do this until Sapling comes out. It was just not feasible to have a mobile wallet. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of why. First of all, this is a material design wallet. We're doing Android first. The reason for this is, while there's a lot of Silicon Valley people that have iPhones, there's more people throughout the world that can benefit from an Android wallet, and also it's actually harder. So we're going to do the harder thing first. We are targeting 3 core pieces of functionality for our wallet. Obviously, receive Zcash, send Zcash, and we're going to additionally add in request Zcash. This is the ability to create a QR code that allows you to start that chain of funding your wallet without going to USD, or any fiat for that matter. We also, of course, you're going to be able to import a seed. You're going to be able to create a seed. That's also another functionality that's, I think, Intuit that we need to have. Why is this hard? First is the application design. That's not that hard. That's my job. That's what we do. We create those. There's the light client and server protocol. That's huge. Being able to not grab the entire blockchain and be able to see what's important to you and run it on your phone is a huge hurdle. And it's something we couldn't do before Sapling. Finally, Android implementation. It's the security, the base security of the OS of Android is not as tight as iOS. We're going to fix that by including security libraries with it. This means that we don't have an out-of-the-box solution. We have to work on that. Finally, I'm going to give you guys a little demo. So I don't want to just talk about something, I want to show you something. So I'm going to walk you through this. This is very much an iterative process. You're going to see where we are right now. We're rapidly prototyping this. There's been a lot of versions. I would love your feedback. Once again, I'm Geffen at Zcash. That's simple. When you start out the wallet, you're going to see a quick 3 little tutorial or walkthrough screens. These screens are not going to be important to you guys. They're going to be important to the new consumers that may or may not pick it up. This is the simple concept of here's your balance. It's a wallet screen. Here's how you send. We're using Material Design's floating action button, so it's going to look like a lot of other Material Design apps. This will allow the conversation to be about the functionality and the features of the wallet and not about the design. It's important we're talking about the technology here. That's why we're trying to bring to everybody. Not we made a brand new design flow or concept that you haven't seen before. Finally, you can receive Zcash. We're going to show you your QR code, and you're going to have the ability to create your own QR codes with an address and an amount requested. So now let's jump into the wallet. Very simply, you're going to have your initial screen. It's going to have your balance. We're going to show you up here. Can you see cursor? Perfect. You're going to see your current ZEC amount. You're going to see what that's worth. You're going to be able to touch and toggle to see what the current fiat price is for one. You're going to have path transactions. You're going to have, obviously, your catch-all settings. It's going to have your receive, send, redundant buttons again, as well as your settings. The proof of concept is not going to go too deep in the settings, but when we have the actual reference wallet, there's a possibility people will want to have different services connect to it. We want to give them the ability to look through that and understand what they've been offered and what they've chosen. So now that I have this wallet, I've gone on a trip with a friend, and that friend paid for dinner, and I realized I owe him $120. So I'm going to go ahead and start an action. Once again, Material Design floating action. We're going to pop it up. We're going to send him some Zcash. I'm going to either take a QR code, paste, or type. Right now, I think I'll paste. There's a reason for that.
I typed the whole Zcash address once.
It's a little bit of work. It's a little bit of work.
It was no fun.
And that's one of the UX problems we do have, is making that easier. And that's why we're trying to create a better QR system. QR is no brand new thing, but the ability to share that, hopefully privately at some point, is on the agenda. Finally, I know that the ZEC amount, I know what it is because I've made this presentation, but that person knows it's 120. So I'm going to switch over here and type in 120, or 1 Zec, it's going to be 120. I'm going to go ahead and fill out a memo, remind this person what this is for. This is, once again, encrypted on the chain. This is part of your transaction. And I'm going to send it. It's going to go, wait a minute, you're about to send this. Here's your miner fee, give you sort of a tabulated count, and make sure that you mean to send this. Right now, we're doing swipe to the right to make sure that you do a different gesture. That's not exactly material design friendly. We might do a timeout before you can hit send. But either way, you won't be able to quickly hit the button twice and accidentally send before you've approved. Boom, it's sent. I go back, my balance has changed. Now I can see some of my active transactions. So in the time I was doing that, I've also received 23.2 from someone. That's awesome. Yep. But I can see my sending. We're moving to maybe hide confirmations inside the actual transaction on the simple fact that at that level, they really just need to know that it's being processed. So we might chunk that down a little bit. But once you're inside, we want to give them all that information. It's their transaction. We want to tell them everything that's there. So here, once again, this example, it doesn't match what I just clicked on. So I see that I've sent 3.0001. I can see the address I sent to. We're going to change this so we do a little more emphasis in the last 6 or so of the address to make sure it's easier to visually check it. You can once again see my ledger of what that is and the memo that was attached there. I have the ability to send again. That's not automatically going to do it. It's going to open up the form pre-filled with your information. And I have the ability to view it on the chain. This is a UX problem as well. If you leave our app and you go to a website, that's a trackable event. We're going to have to figure out how we educate the user when they click that's going to happen. But in settings, we might let them pick which chain they want, or for that matter, type in their own chain they're running on their own server. And finally, I'll just show you the QR code. Receive is just going to show you your address. It's very simple. You'll be able to send it through standard Android controls. You could even add more and add Slack or whatever it is you want to do. Once again, we have a privacy break here. I need to let them know that it's going to be open text. They're going to be sending this as email or however else they text people. I'm going to get back. One of my main actions, once again, is to create that invoice. I'm going to ask for that 23.1. Did that in the wrong order. I'm going to tell them what it's for, create that QR, and send it off to them. And that's pretty much where we are right now. The quick future timeline is we're building this right now. We're going to do a demo out, hopefully with October 28th, so everyone has something to look at. And then we're going to work on that reference wallet, which will actually be the open source code to be shared. And thank you.